So I think that's the most common thing asked of me is like how to stay motivated. And the key to staying motivated is to really understand what inspires you. And the problem with most people is they don't first look for the inspiration in what they're doing, right? They have a I got to do attitude, not a I get to do attitude. So very subtle switches in your life are perspective, right? The control of your perspective controls the amount of juice that you can gather from the universe. And when you start thinking about the whys of what you're doing and the hows of what you're doing, so I can take simple things like taking out the trash, picking up my kids from school, things that other people would, you know, especially in the position I'm in, go, you know, like I just was with the king of so-and-so and now I got to take the trash out, which is early in my life kind of my attitude. And once I started looking at things differently, saying, okay, if I don't feel inspired, why try to do anything, right? So if you're a sales rep, for example, this is one killed me. I ran big sales forces. I would tell my sales reps, he's like, man, I'm in a funk. Everyone, no one's answering, or everyone's saying no. Everyone that's been in sales has felt that. I'm like, stop. Like, just stop calling. You're killing your pipeline. Well, I think that's what you're doing in life. If you're not inspired, you're killing your pipeline. You're killing your future road. So what's the first thing to do? I'm like, go somewhere that inspires you. I'd rather one of my sales guys go take the day off, go to Disneyland, where, you know, one of the greatest places on earth for energy, no matter what. It's like the Masters. You walk into Augusta, I don't care who you are, you feel it. You walk into Disneyland, I don't care who you are, you feel it. Go there. Because once you're inspired, you can bend time again, right? Nothing seems bad when you're inspired. I have lived the same life in one day 60 times. What does that mean? I've lived my life, it's the same day, the exact same past, maybe a little incremental difference in my past from the 51 years, but the same day 60 times, meaning I'm like in my head, oh man, this sucks, right? But all of a sudden, I then stop, I go to Disneyland mentally, right? And I figure out, what is it that's going to inspire me? What am I doing? That's why being of service is so important, because it's an easy thing to go to saying, who am I helping here? Right? Who am I helping by taking out the trash in my house? That's a little bit of inspiration. Now, what else can I do with that time? Well, I could start thinking about what makes me happy, or I could think about a new idea to make money, or, you know, I could, you know, walk the trash out with 2 cans and dip my knees and get some exercise. Who knows? There's a ton of different inspiring things you can do with the dumbest activities, right? Because that's all we're doing is being active. Sleep is an activity. Agreed? Right, so make your sleep inspirational. You know, be more interested than interesting. To stay inspired, it's real simple. You got to clean the connection to that which inspires you. Everyone's already connected. Trust me, everyone is connected as I am or anyone else is. But the key is when we get corrosion on our connection, we get all these little doubts, fears, ego-based thoughts. Clean it off. Right? Go to your mental Disneyland or Masters. That's the key. And I would say to anyone, that's truly, to me, the key to success, fulfillment, and purpose is living an inspired life. You can control your perspective by being inspired. I've seen it. I use the traffic cop in New York as my example. How many traffic cops are in the world, and how many are sitting there going, man, what did I do wrong in my life that I got to do this?
Have to give people tickets.
Right. Meanwhile, there's that traffic cop that decided to be inspired, started dancing, right? Built his brand, every day went fast, said he had the greatest job, and they were interviewing him on Letterman, whatever it is, right? That's just connecting or cleaning the connection to that which inspires you.
And changing perspective.
Absolutely, I get to do this. If you can't answer that question, I get to do this, right? Not I got to. It's easy to come up with why you have to do it. My mom wants to too, my wife wants to, my kids have to eat, you know, whatever it is. But it's a little bit more challenging to figure out, how do I get to do this? But there's nothing better than living an inspired life. I don't care what you do, how much you have, or what other people think of you. If you're inspired, none of that matters. And when you can separate yourself from what you do, how much you have, and what other people think of you, you are in an inspired state. You're way better off. We waste way too much time worrying about what we do, our job title, how much we have, and what other people think about us. In the end, it doesn't matter. It's how inspired we are, what we're providing, how much value we're providing. Everything else will come to you.